Tell me something. He said, let's say you get 100 visitors, right? And I said, sure. And he goes, how many do you think are going to buy? Best case. And I said, maybe 1 to 3, 1% to 3%. It's a good conversion. If I could have a converting funnel, good product. And he says, great. What happens to the other 97 to 99 people that you fought and worked so hard to get to your site? And I said, they leave. I mean, what else happens? I can't be expected to sell 100% of people who come to me. He says, no, you can't. But what if you could hold on to 40, 50, 60, 70 of them? And I thought, well, that would be brilliant, because I'm only holding on to 1 or 3 right now, and that would be like 10, 20 times the results. And that was when the whole concept of an opt-in page was born for me, and inboxing began. So what he said made a lot of sense. I was hesitant, but that night I was really just down and out, and I said, this is last go, because I gotta get real now. So I'm gonna have to go get a job and do all that stuff. I can't hold my parents off for much longer with all this internet business stuff that you're doing. I'm sure you guys hear it too all the time from your friends and family. And that night I made changes to my business, as he said, and I put the inboxing method into play, and I went to sleep. And actually, I was so busy doing it, I passed out at the computer, and I was just tired. And I woke up the next day and I ran to check out the results and just to see what had happened. I wasn't even expecting to have made anything. I just wanted to see if people opted in. And lo and behold, not only did people opt in, but that night I made $300+ in like 8 or so hours. I still get goosebumps, when I talk about it, because I just was blown away. I never thought that was possible, but it happened. And that first month, 30 days from then, I went on to make $10,000. That first night, I made more money in one night using the inboxing method than I had made in the past year and a half combined. All right? It's pretty crazy. So then after that, there was no turning back. My business boomed beyond belief. All right, I went up to 10 million a year. I had multiple offices around the world. I was just booming. I was on top of the world, okay? Then I started to make some really silly decisions, and they had nothing to do with my internet business. They had more to do with like management decisions, how to run a business. And I just started to delegate everything. I wanted, why should I do anything? I should be the one chilling out, relaxing, because that's what we're taught that a CEO does. He delegates, and he himself is manager, and so that's what I started to do. And of that, one of the things I delegated and ignored and began to ignore the most was my email list. I had a huge email list in multiple niches. And I used to very aggressively mail them all the time and keep my relationship with them and launch new products to them. And, I just do great stuff. And then I just started to not do it. And I started to put everything into other people's hands. And I didn't even notice it. I didn't even realize it was happening until everything started to really, excuse my language, but shit hit the fan. I mean, my expenses went through the roof, revenue started to drop, the economy crumbled, and I was in debt. I went from being millions in, positive to millions in debt, as you guys have maybe already seen in my other videos in my free book that I released. But after that, I kept going and kept going and kept going. I just didn't know what the heck was going on, and I was getting down and out. I had to shut down all my offices. I had to do this, I had to do that. And then one day I was like, I've had enough of this. I got to come back. What the hell happened? I was doing so great back then, and now I'm sucking just as much. And so I went to this conference, okay? I went to this underground seminar held by Anik Singal. And at that seminar, I don't remember the guy's name, but there was a speaker on stage, and he was in the dating niche, I want to say. And he said that he mails his database of 300,000+ people 3 times a day. And I remember thinking, you mail your list 3 times a day? I don't even mail them 3 times a month right now. That's crazy. And as I'm thinking that, the next statement he says is, the biggest mistake you can make in a business is to not mail your list every day. And I thought, I hunted him down afterwards, and I talked to him for 2 minutes. And with the things he said to me, I still remember the feeling. I ran out of the room, and I called one of my team members immediately, and I said, we got to start mailing our list every day. I don't understand what's happening. Why did we stop this? What happened? We used to mail them every day. And I took control of it again. And before I even knew it, seriously, before I knew it, it was like direct correlation. Business started to go great. And I still didn't connect the dots. So I just thought, great, well, we're launching new products, we're promoting affiliate stuff, we're revamping this, we're revamping that. Good for us. And business really started to pick up. This was just a couple years ago. And everything started to fall back in place. And then exactly 1 year ago, in January of 2013, I was speaking on stage, and I was telling this very story to the audience about, how I had gone down, lost it all, and I'm getting it all back now. By the way, I got it all back by making that metamorphosis in my business. I was back on to doing 10 million a year, and much easier with like a staff that was 10% the size and profitable. And this guy on stage goes, this guy when I'm on stage goes, are you telling us that you started from scratch? And I said, well, and I froze, and I said, that's not true. It would be unfair. I had a big email list in multiple spaces. And that was a moment where I just went, oh, I have missed the boat. You know, this is such a simple concept, but it's got to be taught. It's the easiest way to make money online. It's the easiest way to get started. Least resistance, no technology necessary, no this, no experience, and just it's simple. And it makes sense. Okay, the correlation is direct. I don't care what you're doing. If you have subscribers, you're making money. Okay? You may be making a lot of money, little money, but you're making money if you have subscribers. And the more this grows, the more this grows. It's just, it's science. It has to happen that way. Okay? So, I stand before you today wanting to teach you the Inbox Blueprint with this story in mind. I started where you are. I fell back to worse position than where you are. And both times I climbed back to the top, or I climbed to the top using the very thing you're about to learn in this training. So that's why I'm so passionate. You can tell in my voice, you can tell in my way of talking. All right? So what we're going to do now, that we got the story out of the way, and I'm trying to make sure you understand how much I believe in this and that this is, I firmly believe this is the way for you to start. This is how you're going to start to change your life starting today, starting now. All right? Especially as an Inbox Blueprint student.